FLUX RX. It's reef safe, it's easy to use. You can use on bryopsis and green hair algae, and it's veterinarian approved. This will also help your fish if they've got any kind of like abrasions. You know, it's medical. This goes up to 100 gallons, so it's 4 scoops. I have 125 gallon, but this is all that they had to have next day delivery. Minus the rock and the sand, we're looking at about 100 gallons. But then there's the sump with about 24 gallons. But it's only filled halfway, so it's like 12. So whatever. So this is a start. Treats up to 100 gallons. I think I'm going to be doing this every 6 months. Basically turn off everything. That's all you need to know. It says turn off skimmer, UV, and discontinue using activated carbon and phosphate remover, and all other chemical filtration should be removed during the course of treatment. Filter socks are recommended to aid in cleaning the aquarium. Do not use if you have macroalgae or a refugium. Allow 10 to 14 days for results. So you're going to mix the contents in a bowl of your aquarium water and just let it flow through. Take everything out of your aquarium, meaning, you know, what I said, mechanical filtration that has carbon in it, CFO, stuff like that. But regular mechanical filtration, such as padding, should be the only thing that you do use. Turn off your protein skimmers. Let's go. See? It's white. We got some right there that's hanging on. I mean, it's there, but it's not like it was. It's not like it was. So I scraped off the sides of the overflow, and the next day they came back. But I scraped them off again yesterday, sucked it all up with a siphon, did a 40-gallon water change, and then dosed hydrogen peroxide, the cap full. So that took care of that. So it's scraped off. It's gone. Siphoned out with hydrogen peroxide. Rocks look so much cleaner than they did. So much cleaner. This coral was fine. The zoanthid, it has not opened up in 3 days. Star polyps, I could always grow them really well. Not anymore. So, you know what? This torch was doing really well, and then it was one of the last ones to close up. These zoanthids were doing really good. Now they're not really opening up. So the good news is it doesn't look nearly as bad as some of the tanks on YouTube do. And then hopefully my corals will come back, the ones that I have that are hanging on. But since this says it treats up to 100 gallons, I'm just gonna dump the whole thing in. Mix it with water from the aquarium and dump the whole thing in. All right, you bitch. This is what you get for killing my coral. This is a week after. Now the rocks do look cleaner after dosing that stuff. The Duncan is coming out more. Look at that guy. Okay, that's good. But I've got, I think, some dying hair algae or bryopsis. I just scraped a bunch of red off the glass. You can see the stringy stuff there on the overflow. You can see the white string there on the power head. Looks like spider webbing. It looks to be like some algae that's brown. Torch is doing better. It's coming out full. It was like inside. This torch is wanting to come out. I lost the other head. It says it takes 12 to 14 weeks for this stuff to work. Stuff on the glass, the sand looks like ass. Because I did scrape off a bunch of this reddish brown. I don't know if it's diatoms, because I've been carbon dosing. I did massive water changes. The sand looks kind of like ass. It might be cyanobacteria with a mix of diatoms because my nitrates are so low. All right, look at this side. Can you see it? Probably can't see it. Okay, so you can see it's like a lot of, sorry about the bubbles. You can see it's a lot of white, a little bit of green. It's dying off. It does take 12 days. It's like the 8th day, something like that. No, it's the 7th day. So we've got some green, but it's mostly white. So it appears to be dying off, but it looks like the green still wants to come through. Okay, now, 3 or 4 days ago, there was no type of hair algae on the back of that return at all. It was smooth. I scraped it off with a razor blade. But 4 days later, 5 days later, it wants to come back. But half of it's white. So it's battling, man. It doesn't want to go. And I think it's bryopsis, which is terrible. Most of the rock looks better. Stuff's floating through the water column because I just scraped it off. So, you know, we got some little stringy stuff. What else I'm doing? Like I told you, I've got my refugium light with sea lettuce. Going to concentrate on having the algae build down there. I'm changing out the, I can't even think. I'm using filter floss in there. I'm changing it out every 2 days. I got the protein skimmer going now. I'm pulling out nasty stuff every other day now. So, no water changes this weekend. I'll do a water change next weekend. That's the update, and I'll let you know what happens in the third video installment of dosing this stuff. But, you know, the sand, again, I don't know if it's diatoms or... That's all brown back there. Or cyano. That was all smooth a few days ago, but it wants to come back even though it's dying. I did get an extra box of that stuff, so I might dose it again. I will dose it again probably in a week. That's it for now. There's the update.